Captain Radman, explain the dingo. Is it your general? No, the dingo raised me. The dingoes found me aboard the pod that I arrived on the planet in the outback of Australia. And I was raised by dingoes until the age of 8. Roughly, give or take. There's no birth certificate, so... But I was about 8 years old when I stumbled across a pub, a tavern out in the middle of nowhere. Stumbled in, and the nice old couple that ran the pub took me in. But if it wasn't for that pub, I may have never discovered my abilities. At the age of around 13, took my first sip of beer after school one day, snuck it out the back, and from that moment I just felt different. And it was the beer. I kept my abilities secret though, you know. A lot of people look at you like a fucking weirdo when you're like flying through the sky in your pajamas. The beer did unlock the power. I'm a beer-powered superhero. I think that's why my original people sent me to Australia on planet Earth. Why they sent me? Other than the beer, I don't know. So I honed my abilities, and at the young age of about 18, I say about because, again, no birth certificate, fully powered. I needed to know more about my origins, so I went out into the bush and looked for that pod that I arrived on. And while the crater had disappeared over the years, I found the pod eventually. And when I approached it, a little panel popped out from the side with a button on there, and I pressed that button. It happened. But later that night, while I was trying to sleep, heard this incredible whoosh and lights, flashing lights coming through the window of my bedroom door, and I looked out and I saw the fortress of Rad outside of our house, out in the middle of nowhere, out whoop whoop. As I approached the ship, the stairs came down like a drawbridge and I entered the fortress for the first time, and that's where the adventure started. That's where I got my suit. That's where I met the AI that runs the ship Oracle. And we zipped off into the galaxy to try and find out more about my origins. In the meantime, I've become an intergalactic superstar, superhero, loved throughout the galaxy.